Property investing is actually easier than you think. Stop overcomplicating it. And in this video, I'm going to break it down for you in a very simple fashion, very easily. Choosing the right location is broken down into 4 pieces. 1, your investment time horizon. 2nd is your budget. 3rd is the minimum yield you require. And 4th is your risk profile. When we're talking about investment time horizon, we're talking about, are you investing for 3 years? Are you investing for 7 years? Are you investing for 15 years? What is your budget? Your budget is the amount of money you're able to use to buy a property, which will be dictated by your mortgage broker or the bank or whoever you go to get the loan. Then you've also got the minimum yield. The minimum yield is representative of the cash flow position of your property. The higher the yield, the less money out of your pocket. The lower the yield, the more money out of your pocket, and the bigger the impact on your future borrowing capacity. And then we also have risk profile. Where in Australia are you going to invest in a capital city like Melbourne or Sydney or Brisbane? Or are you okay with going to regional locations like Bendigo, Ballarat, Albury-Wodonga, etc.? That risk profile will also determine the location that you invest into. It's really bloody easy. It's only 4 pieces of information that you need to nail down about yourself to determine where you can invest. And let's take this brief here. Let's say your investment time horizon is 15 years, your budget is $600,000, and your minimum yield is around 4 to 5%, and you're a low risk investor, which means you're going to be targeting large regional hubs or capital cities so you can hold it for the long term. And when you start to look at the locations, you can invest into locations like Townsville, Cairns, Bendigo, Albury-Wodonga, and even townhouses in Melbourne and Perth, right? That's how easy it is. Based on your profile, you have certain locations you can invest into. If you're a low risk investor, you wouldn't go to some regional or small town like this. This is completely random, by the way. I don't know anything about this location, but you wouldn't go just invest randomly here, would you? So you would go into and invest in safe, fundamentally sound locations like Albury-Wodonga, like Bendigo. You can hold it for the long term with very little concern. You can sleep at night risk free, essentially. That's one example. All right, let's have a look at the second one. Investment time horizons is 1 to 3 years, right? You're looking for a short-term equity growth. You're looking to make some money quickly. You might even sell it after 3 years. Your budget is only $500K, but you want high yields. You're looking for 6, maybe 7 plus yields, and you're a high risk investor. That is your risk profile. So you're not like the first person, you're like the second person. You like taking a bit more risk. So where can you go? This is when you can start to look at locations like Darwin or mining towns in WA and across Queensland, because these are much higher risk locations. Places like Darwin and Collie, as well as Emerald in Queensland, have shown in the past cyclical movement going up and down. So places like Darwin or mining towns in Collie, if you time the market right, you can make a lot of money, but it does not mean that you can hold for the long term for the next 15 years and be guaranteed to come out with a positive result. You may have ups and downs, and hence why it is on the higher risk side. So if you're an investor and you're looking for that short-term quick growth and you have a high risk profile, knock yourself out. You can look at mining towns, you can look at Darwin. It doesn't sit well with me, but it might sit well with you, right? Make it simple. Identify your time horizon, identify your budget, look at your yields, look at your risk profile, and go buy there. Now, by the time I release this video, Darwin, you may not be able to find under 500K. It's pretty hot at the moment, but I'm just using it as a case point example. Now, let's get on to the third one, the third investor profile, right? This is the one which everyone comes to me with. This is like 90% of investor profiles out there. They want to invest for the long term, 10 to 15 years. They only have a 500K budget. They want a 5% yield, but they're a medium risk investor. Now, medium risk investor tells me you don't really know what you are. You don't know what type of investor you really are. Are you a long-term investor? Are you a short-term investor? You just want the best of both worlds. That's what you're trying to communicate to me. Because every single location usually has some form of risk to it, right? And these days, finding properties under $500,000, it's pretty damn hard. There are not many locations at this point in time, at the point of recording, where you can get properties for $500K plus a 5% yield in medium risk location areas for a long-term hold. Places like Townsville, like Bendigo, Albury have already exploded in growth where you're not going to really achieve the 5% yields anymore, right? This is when you have to understand you need to make concessions. Either you need to change one of these factors. You either need to change your time horizon, how long you intend to invest for in that area or location. You might need to increase your budget to $600,000, which will open up different areas like the Bendigos, like the Alburys. Or you need to reduce your minimum yield to say 4%, right? Which will possibly open up areas in Geelong or Corio, for example, across Melbourne. Places in Corio, Nora Lane, you can get under 500K with about a 4% yield. Similar with Ballarat, which has a number of locations around $500,000 for around 4%, right? Not very good yields, but just a factor you need to consider. Or you need to change your risk profile and define clearer what you mean by this. Because a medium risk profile could lead you into locations like Shepparton, for example, which is up here, which is a large part of it is in a flood zoned area, which does have some inherent risk to it, but it does also have the higher yields and properties around that $500,000 mark. Now, once again, at the time of recording, it's probably pretty hot there. So please do your due diligence. But at some level, you need to adjust your risk profile or your minimum yields or your budget to find the location to invest into. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because people overcomplicate property investing. It is not hard. You define who you are. You define how long you want to invest for. Then you define the budget, which is determined by your mortgage broker. And if you can't borrow enough money, you need to figure out how you can borrow more money, increase your income, get a partner, find a side hustle, start a business, figure out your budget. Then you also need to work on your minimum yield as well as your risk profile. Maybe you are slightly more higher risk than you'd expect, or maybe you are much more lower risk than you'd expect. But until you get clear on these 4 things, you will never be able to invest into property, right? You will always be second guessing your decision. You will always have analysis paralysis, and you will always follow the herd into a bad decision. So if I was you today and you are not clear on these 4 items, then you need to stop looking and stop researching and to get clear on this. This is your first step to property investing, right? And the sooner you become clear on this, the easier it becomes to invest into property. I tell you, it should not even take more than a day. And guys, quite frankly, right, with the amount of YouTube videos I have and the amount of free content I have given you guys about different locations, the suburb breakdowns, what their risk profile is, what their concerns and pros and cons are, there should be no excuse for you to not choose a location simply by defining these characteristics and then going through my library of information and then picking a location. It's that easy. So stop wasting time and get in the market.